When the Dead Files visited the Glen Tavern Inn, Amy saw a dark shadow man who roamed the third floor and liked to stay in room 308. When guests would come and stay in this room, she said that he would likely try to drive out the living by turning on and off the TV and the lights and essentially causing chaos in the room. Steve DeShavi then met with a historian who told him a story about a violent outlaw serial killer from Arizona and Southern California from the late 1800s who killed a man on Main Street less than a block away. This man was known to be very violent and had a short fuse. He even had notches on his gun for each of the people that he'd killed. 16 years before the Main Street killing, this man shot and killed one of his bosses in Los Angeles. He also shot one of his rival's dogs, just to show that he, quote, meant business. No one messed with this man. His name was Joe Dye. Now, whether you believe the Joe Dye theory or not, it's still an interesting theory in my opinion. Also keep in mind that this is the room where Sharon Osbourne had a medical emergency and unfortunately had to be rushed to the hospital in Jack Osbourne's Night of Terror. If you look right here on the Dead Files where Amy is standing, it's right here. I thought that was a trip. So she was standing right here explaining that Joe Dye would be very boisterous in here and opposed to people being in here and turn on and off the televisions. And if you look at this shot right here, you will see this and this. And it was taken from approximately here. So you would have had Steve right here and Aisha right here. At this point in the Dead Files episode, Aisha explains to Steve DeShavi that she believes that 308 is the most active room in the hotel. She then relays a story about being in the room one night at around 2 o'clock in the morning. No breeze, windows closed, and no air conditioner on. And the curtains started to move erratically, quote, dancing. Then Steve asks her if she would stay in this place alone, and she says no, especially not this room, being 308, because she believes there's an entity that haunts the room that doesn't want people in there. Now, whether you believe the Joe Dye theory or not, I highly recommend checking out the Dead Files episode that was filmed here. In my opinion, it's worth the watch. And on a side note, the bar that you're currently looking at with the marble top is where Sharon Osbourne had a medical emergency and had to be rushed to the hospital while doing the Estes method in this room.